1 minute is loading. 1 minute. Great. So, good evening, YouTube. Today we are going talking about advices, and we are here to talk freely in English. We are students at Talking Talk. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a student like everyone else here. And if you don't know the platform yet, I invite you to visit the website. And that's it. Let's start. So, question number 1. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received and who gave it to you? Fernando, share with
My
us.
gosh, interesting. Let me see. I I don't remember because I have a friend that I have to opportunity. I had to opportunity to do a device for him about your job because this my friend needed to change your your job, and I had the opportunity to have a little advice about the your your job, because it's I think it for him it will a bad bad way and bad job for us. I think it's cause I oh my gosh, I think that another advice, but I don't remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's difficult to remember.
Yes, yes. But sometimes it happens, for when we start up with our friends, it happened to change an advice with your friends. Sometimes it happens, I think.
That's it. I think nowadays the best advices that I get is from the Bible, and one that is always in my mind.
Hmm.
I'll try to say in English and then I'll translate, but it's something like that. If you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. It's like that. Aquele que está de pé, cuidado para que não caia. For me, this one is always in my mind because
Yes,
we
yes,
always think we are good and we see the others falling down, and then we say, oh, look what happened to this person. But when it can go back to you. So for me,
yes,
it's the best advice that is always in my mind.
yes, yes. Great,
And,
great.
and Eduino, share with us an advice.
Yes, in my case, the best advice I ever received was very simple but powerful to me. I received from my friend, and she told me that just do the basic.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I was facing some challenges in my career, rushing my life, do everything at the same time. Yeah, doing the basic helped me to slow down and understand that there are some things in life that has a specific time to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, his word helped me to slow down and understand that good things don't always come fast. We need to be patient and wait.
That's good.
Yeah, sometimes we need to grow, to learn, to make mistakes, to be prepared to some opportunities. Yes, I carry this advice always in my life, in everything. Do the basic, do the necessary to everything. Yeah. So after that, you can think in complex things. You can add other features, but at the beginning, do the basic. Yeah. Mhm.
You said something really nice. Great things take time. And
Yeah.
I see this now because I'm looking for international opportunity, and that really takes time. We have to be prepared, like we said, like you said. Great. Thanks for sharing, Duino. And for you, Álvaro.
I remember an advice that I've received from a very close friend. She called Thaisa, and in the past I worried a lot about the others' judgment, and I received this advice: don't care about the others, what people say about, because people will judge you all the time. And since when she said it to me, I do my best, and I don't try to don't worry like in the past with the others' judgment about myself and in general. I I remember this advice and I like it.
This one is a great one. Especially, I think, when we are adults, we start to think too much in what we do. When we want to change careers, when we want to, I don't know, live abroad, we always think what people are going to think about us. But when we are teenagers, we don't think about it. We don't care. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Álvaro. And Douglas.
Yes, I remember one advice that I received is almost the same thing that Alvaro said. I received from a pastor, and when somebody or call you of something or says say something about you that's not true, you don't need to care about it. You need just to your conscious know what you are, and if they are talking something that you are not, don't care. And I try to pass this advice from my son too, because he's 8 years, and in the school sometimes the other friends call something to him, and I say to him, if you are not what they are calling you, don't care about it. It's one advice that I bring to my life, and I try to pass to him too.
That's great, especially in this age when a kid know his identity. He don't care about these comments, about this bullying. Great advice. And question number two. If you could give your younger one piece of advice, what would it be? Oh, I don't know. I think when I was younger, I I I used to care about what people say, and I didn't know who I was. I was always trying to be someone for any specific group. So I was one with this group, another with this one, another person at home. So I hasn't an identity. Uh, and then I could say that just be yourself, no matter what people will think, no matter if this group won't be your friends. So be yourself and don't push yourself too much. Don't try to how can I say, achieve the others' expectations of you, of your future. I could say many advices right now. And for you, Fernando.
I really would like to give self, yeah, very good advice. If I think best advice, maybe would say study English, because in the future you you need to just sit there.
Great.
Nowadays I'm 41, you know. I just I had another opportunity to study English, but I don't care in the past, but if I have opportunity to advise me very cheap study English because in the future you it will necessary for you. Oh my gosh.
I
Inter
think the problem when we are younger is we don't care about studies,
yes,
any
yes,
studies.
really, really.
It's very hard. I know a lot of teenagers from my church, and I always say the same: study English, study English, studying. They
Yeah,
don't care.
really, really.
I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna need this. So it's difficult. Is the age?
Yeah.
They don't listen to the youngers, no, to the elders. Yeah, it's hard.
But in the same time, I studied Spanish and English in the same time, in the past. But I had the opportunity to know people who speak Spanish. Because of this, I had more interesting about the
Mhm.
Spanish. Nowadays, I can speak Spanish very well, but my English,
That's great.
yes,
Great.
how can I say? Ficou no passado and I don't need to improve in the past. But
Hmm.
nowadays, for me, it's necessary mm, improving my English
Hmm.
than Spanish.
Great, great. Thanks, Fernando. And Douglas.
Yeah, and I think about it, and I changed my mind when I became father, and now I understand my parents more than I
Right.
was younger, and I think some advice for a younger self could be not be nervous, not be uh, upset with your parents because they know they know what is he's doing. If they prohibit you to do something, or if they do something that you don't like, probably he knows what they are doing, and I think that could be a good advice because I when I turn a father too, I understand more what they are doing with me in the past.
That's great. I think we never realize the point of view of our parents. We have no, how can I say, perspective. It is, yeah, younger people are, I think, is a difficult phase. It's a difficult phase. We don't listen to anyone. We want to do whatever we want to. We don't care about the important things. When we got married, is a first stage to realize what our parents lived, and when we got kids, is another one. So every year that we grow up, we understand more our parents. I totally agree. Totally agree, Douglas. Thanks. Iduino.
Yeah, coincidentally, my advice is very similar to yours. I would say to my younger version, my younger self, to stop worrying so much about what others people think. And I would say focus on your own path instead of trying to impress everyone. Because when you are younger, it's easy to think that other people opinions define your value, but
Wow.
but it's not true. I would remind myself that mistakes is part of is not the end of the world,
Hmm.
but is part of the growing up. Yes, is normal, and life becomes much easier when we stop trying be perfect, to impress others. We don't need to prove anything to anyone. Yes, just follow your path. Yes. Yeah. If I would tell stuff like this in my younger version. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When we are young, I think when something bad happen for us, it's like the end of the world. But if something good happen for us, it's gonna last forever. It's like the both sides. We,
Yeah.
Yes.
just have these two expectations from
Yeah.
everything.
Everything is in an extreme, you know.
80.
Yeah.
I think it
Great.
happens with the teenagers all the time, you know.
Yeah.
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 Too intense. Everything is intense.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's a great phase of our life. It's good to feeling this way. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes. We're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Yeah, it's a necessary phase to grow up. If the person grow up in the future, is a good phase. And Álvaro.
An advice that I've give you is thinking in myself before thinking to the others, because I'm in when I was a teenager and the early of my youngest adult life, I I faced it difficult to say no with everyone, with everything, and I do a lot of things. I went in some places that I don't wanted to go, just to make the others happy, and because I think in the others before to think in myself. And for me, I have bad moments to do things that I don't wanted to do. And nowadays it's completely different, because nowadays I say no for everyone. I learned to say no, and I have a phrase that is people have two works: to be angry and be calm again. And I say no when I don't want to go somewhere with some friends or familiar, for example. I just say no, and I don't care if you what people you thinking about. I know in some other countries is people
Mhm.
people know to say no, and here in Brazil, Brazilians, it's so difficult for us. I think especially here in Minas Gerais, we we can't just say no. We have in the diminutivo thing when um I don't want to say to do something, and we can't just say no, and we have another way to said, just to have the others have a little hope, a little hopeless to that we do something. And um, happily, I learned to say no when I need to say no.
Great. I think nowadays I learn too much to say no. For me, it's hard to say yes. I say no without a problem. Let's go to, I don't know, to the mall. No, I don't want to go. I have no problem to say no. For me, it's normal. But it's a good one, Álvaro. Great. That's great that you learn to say no. It's important. Let's keep to question number 4. Whose advice do you trust the most? Your family, your friends, or professionals? Why? Well, nowadays that I'm married, I listen more my husband. And professionals, when I was in therapy, of course, I listened to my therapeutic therapeutic. I don't know how to say the name of the professional. Therapeutical. So I listened to her when I needed. Family. Yeah, maybe I listen to my mom sometimes, but sometimes she has some crazy advices, so I don't listen to her every time, but I listen to my husband. And what about you, Iduino?
Yeah, that depends on the situation. I usually trust advice from professionals the most when the topic is serious because
Mhm.
they have training and experience in different areas. But when it comes very personal and emotional, I trust in my family and close friends because they know me very deeply and understand me how I think. And yeah, so their advice feels more personal and honest. Yeah, especially when it came from my parents. Yes, I think it's depend on the situation. Yeah. But I usually rely on the advice come from the Bible, cause I grew up listening and from the Bible, and so that's the reason I rely so much when people use the Bible to give me some advice. Oh, I love, yeah, because I feel like it's something like uh the divine telling to me directly, but using another person as a messenger. Yeah, this is very special.
Yeah, I love it too. My husband, I always joke with him because he's like a Bible person. He knows a lot of verses, and then every time that I say something, he always say, "Go pray, go read the Bible," and I'm okay. Thank you. It's
Awesome,
a great
awesome.
advice. It's great. You doing another question? Your parents live here in Brazil?
No,
Oh,
they live in Angola, but I try to establish contact with
great,
them constantly. Yeah.
great, great, great. Thanks. And Álvaro,
For me, to trust, I think to trusting in professional advices, I think is I trust more because having some interests and to boss, for example, to doing us to grow up with the um the company, and I think that because of it is more real, is more tr trust. Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, in this case, I think the I trust more in the professional. But I think depends of the person. I have some people in my family that is not confiável, trustable. Confi
trustful, truthful. I don't know. Let me
I
see.
don't know.
Let's see. Reliable.
Yeah, especially in family, have some people that we like, but is not the word I forgot.
Reliable.
Reliable, yeah. And for this reason, I think is not much to trust is difficult.
I
Reliable.
agree. I think when, especially in a professional environment, we always have to listen to people that achieve what we want to. So if you want to get I don't know, a high position, so you have to listen to the one that is there. So it makes sense. It makes totally sense. Fernando.
Oh my gosh, I agree. I think that I agree with Eduino because depends of the situation, no? But to be honest, I trust first in my wife because it's the
Always.
yeah always all the time, because it's necessary too because the person who is more near than me. But depends of the situation. I have a friend that I have to opportunity to tell with all the things about my life, but depend of the situation,
Great.
I think.
Wives are always wise.
Yes. And yes.
Douglas, who do you trust more?
I'm like Fernando. I trust in my wife too,
See.
and I think it's the only person that I can trust, or not that I can trust, but that I can talk the things that are happening with me. I I can do it. I don't feel comfortable to say something to other persons like friends or even my parents or family. Uh, and he- he's the only person that I trust, and sometimes I ask for some advice, but I try to when I have a decision or to do, or I listen him, but her, but I I just do some decision when I totally um and I am totally mm, I don't know how the words are. Uh,
Trust?
Yeah, when I totally comfortable with the decision, I don't
Comfortable.
know. I know that is the correct decision. If I have some doubts, I don't do the decision until I have the I'm sure about this, you know.
Great. I think when we are married, the partner should be the first person we can rely. If we have a good marriage, sometimes the person is not in a good relationship, but in theory, should be the first person you should rely. Um, Great. Let me see another one. Uh, 6. Have you ever ignored someone's advice and later regretted? What happened? I can remember nothing right now, but let's see, Fernando, you are laughing too much. Share with us.
Because here in my family, in my house, have a phrase here: quem não ouve conselho, ouve coitado, né? No final, em português. Ainda vou traduzir essa frase, because it's so necessary to listen the advice, and sometimes if
Yeah,
you don't listen,
yeah.
that happens, it don't don't worry or don't understand it. So
You
difficult
didn't
because
listen
of
your own
yeah,
advice to study English
yes,
in the
yes,
past?
yes, yes. My mother pay for me study English, but I study English as well in that time. Mas quem não ouve conselho, ouve no futuro, ouve coitado, né? Porque, enfim. Nice, nice. I think it's so necessary. In my opinion, it's totally necessary to give or to listen the advice the others, and to try to put in your life this advice. I
Mhm.
think.
I'm trying to. I guess in general, I ignored all my mom's advice in my life
Oh my God.
until I was 20, and I suffered a lot. A lot. English, I suffered a lot because she paid, I guess, 6 years of a regular course, and I didn't care, and now I have to pay my own courses to study.
Because I think nowadays about our parents, I
Mhm.
think you give the advice, not you receive, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, I give a lot of advices to my mom, but yeah, I didn't take care of my health when I was teenager until my 25, and now and then I have serious health problems. Now I'm way better, but I have a lot of problems because I didn't listen to my mom. And all mom's advices I never listened, but now I'm another person because one day I'm gonna be mother too, so I have to be better and give good advices to my kids. Douglas, number 6.
I don't remember too. I was trying to remember some advice that I ignored, but probably I ignored some advice from my parents, and I and later I regretted. But I specifically advice I don't remember, and I trying, but I don't know. But probably I
You
ignored some.
so much that you totally forgot.
Yeah.
But that's, I think everyone ignores parents' advices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Álvaro.
Yeah, I remember when at the beginning of the pandemic, and I have a pauta of drive license in that era, and my mother said to me, try, enjoy because your pauta will your pauta extended, and you have more time, and it's pandemic, but you use mask and go. Let's go try. And but I've been lazy. I be a little bit afraid about the pandemic, and I don't. Um, I, and I my pauta ended, and I can't to had my drive license, and I regret a lot because my mother said to me a lot of times that even though was a pandemic, for me try to do the classes of the drive classes, and I ignore it. I just stay at home, and when I starting another job, I just went to the job, but I ignored this part of the pauta, and my pauta ended, and unfortunately I don't have had my drive license. I
Until
regret a
today?
lot. Until today, yeah, unfortunately, my pauta extended for um 1.5 year more, plus,
Uh-huh.
and finished and ended, and I came to I try in the end of the pauta. I
Mhm.
tried, but I can't. I did some mistakes, and because of it I reproved. But I regret a lot. A big time that I
Mm.
wasted.
Yeah, I can imagine. But you can try again.
Yeah, and
Try
the
again.
beginning of the next year we try.
Great. Eduino.
Yeah, in my case, I remember years ago when I started working remotely, and I was very excited about my new job. And my manager advised me to take break from work because I was exhausted working too much. But I ignored it and kept pushing myself and working.
Mhm.
And a few weeks later, I ended up feeling completely burned out, and I had to take time off anyway for rest. And looking back, I can realize that my friend was very experienced and could see the things more clearly than I could not see. Yeah, and I can learn that ignoring some advices taught me that sometimes people give us the advice to not to control us, but to protect us. Yeah, it's very, very important to pay close attention to some advice, especially when advice involve our health. Yeah.
I totally agree. Totally agree. It's a good friend. It's a good friend. And let's keep to question number 8. I think this one is good. Do you think people today rely too much on advice they find online, such as from influencers or blogs or ChatGPT? I think ChatGPT too, people use too much for doing therapy. But I think yes, many people nowadays, especially teenagers, they use too much social media, and for them everything they see is true, is reliable, is good to, especially health advices. People that start to do a lot of tea, a miracle tea that you can lose a lot of weight, these kind of things. So is a lot of disturbing advices on internet, and youngers or people that don't have this critical sense to not believe in these advices. What do you think, Edwino? Number 8.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that nowadays the contact in person between the people is becoming less frequent. People pass a lot of time online. For this reason, many of people rely too much on online advice. The internet can be helpful, of course, but not everything posted on the internet is true and healthy. We need be careful. Influencers often share what's work for them, but it's not necessarily what's work for you or for everyone. So yeah, some people end up comparing their lives to a perfect image that isn't real, isn't exist. Yeah, I believe online advice should be very good, yeah, because uh, different advices came from reliable sources, like in the books, in real experiences. But we need to be careful, pay attention in what came from this advice before applying in our lives. Yeah.
Especially because influencers sometimes they post advices just because of publicity. It's not something they use, they do, but it's just about money. They are just doing publicity. So we have to be very careful.
Yeah, when people start saying, I think that, yeah, it's a red flag. Yeah, it's important to have a source for this advice when you best your advice. Yeah, not from own intuition.
Especially about health, when people is not, how can I say, graduate in the field and they start to give advices. So red flag, a big red flag in these cases.
Yes, I agree. I think it's so dangerous, you know.
Go ahead.
For me, in my opinion, influences are dangerous because there are a lot of many people if without, oh my gosh, without substance giving advice on the
Mm.
internet, you know. Because of this is, in my opinion, it's so dangerous because sometimes the people don't have, oh my gosh, about the medicine, for example, you
Mhm.
know, the people don't have knowledge about the subject and they start giving advice on the internet. There are a lot of influence giving advice on the internet. It's so dangerous. My gosh.
I agree. And I saw a few weeks a news about a guy, I think it was a guy that healed himself because ChatGPT I told him to do it. So imagine the how can I say how crazy it is. You know, you are using a bunch of people are using ChatGPT and other AIs to get advices and do therapy and just to talk. And then they started to get this kind of bad advices and do something crazy like that. So it's crazy times. Crazy times. Álvaro.
Yeah, I agree with you guys with this easy access to media and to AI with ChatGPT. I think people are more and more uh, searching for advices in this way, and especially the elders believing a lot of things that they see in the internet, and I think is very dangerous for them. I think the youngest have more sense of what is real, what's not real, what is good, what is not, and there is different of the elders that is starting right now with the technology, and I think it could be dangerous for them to search this type of things, devices.
Yeah, I think nowadays it could be dangerous for everyone. There's no more age. Everyone is possible to get this kind of bad advices nowadays. And
Yeah,
in fake news, fake videos. Sometimes I always believe in some fake videos that I saw.
it's difficult to know what is AI, what's not, because, for example, in a store, a clothes store, I watch it a lot of times, AdSense with a guy dressing, and then I discovered that is AI. After a long period of time, I discovered it. Oh my
I
God.
feel very dumb. I feel, oh my God, I believe that. It's difficult to know what is real. Douglas.
I agree with you, and I think we have a lot of information on the internet, and a lot of information is not true, and we need to check and
Mm.
check and check. I think that we can't trust in everything that we see, but there are a lot of persons that believe in everything, and it's very dangerous. Some old people's and see like a video with a giant dog and think that's true, and for us is unbelievable, but they believe in it. So what more things they are believing in? I think it's very dangerous, and the new generation, and they spend a lot of time in internet, and maybe they don't know what's is true, what is not, and I think that we need to check the information. We need to try to know what we are doing, but is be careful. If I think it's the advice.
Yeah, I remember the kangaroo in the airport. Everyone believed in this one. It was too real. Yeah, but you said something about this generation, and this day is a it's a fast generation. They don't have time to search the sources. So you see, you believe, and you share, and that's it. And then the fake news go and go and goes on, and that's it. It's a problem. Maybe even us sometimes we don't have time to check what we receive, and we just believe. My mom do this all the time. She always believe in everything that you told to her. It's difficult. Let's see. I think we have time to another one, the last one. 10. What advice would you give to make the world a better place? This one is philosophical. Eduino, you go first.
What a good question. Okay, I would say start small and show kindness every day. Yeah, be kind. I think that simple actions like just listening, be patient, helping someone, or choosing empathy to another can create huge impact on the world, you know. One person cannot change the world, but if we all, each of us, uh, do small choices every day, it can lead to a big change in the world, you know? Yeah, our contribution with a small choices every day. Yeah, if everyone focus on big kindness instead of competition, life would feel lighter for everyone, you know? Yeah, we need to unify our strengths, our power to build a better place. Yeah.
Great, very wise. I love it. I would say, uh, don't give up, especially in the beginning. I think nowadays people always gave up very fast, very easily. So don't give up. If you want something, don't give up. It's always hard in the beginning, and even in the middle of the path, it's going harder and harder, but don't give up. Álvaro, what is your
Mm,
advice?
it's difficult for me. I'm much pessimist, but I could say the inverse of. I would say I an advice the inverse of you. That phrase "never give up." I For me, if you are struggling, give up and try again when you are back in. Try again in a good moment. Don't struggle. Give up. Just give up.
Don't try, just give up.
Yeah, it's never been late to give up.
No problem. Ai. Good, good, Álvaro, thanks. Fernando,
This conversation is so deeply, you know. My gosh, for me, I think is the best advice is believe in God. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, you know, is the best truth for our life.
that's it. This is the only way. Thanks, Fernando. Great
Thanks.
advice.
Thank you.
Douglas,
I totally agree, Fernando. That I think the good advice is uh, maybe do something that are very hairy in the world, like Edwin said, like to be kindness, to be polite, to be respectful, ethical. I think this uh, should be the normal, but
mhm,
it's now very hairy, and I think we need to be this type of person, and maybe the world would be better.
great. Great advices, guys. Yeah, yeah, we don't have time to another question, but it was great. Thank you for being here. It was nice to meet you. I don't know if I'm gonna see you again. My immersion is on Friday, so it's difficult for everyone to be there. But it's no problem. It was very nice to meet you guys. Thanks for being here.
What time is your immersion?
Lunchtime, 12.
Lunchtime. Oh, it's too
Yeah,
difficult. Night. So difficult.
yeah. But no problem. I'm always replacing the other guys here, but we can
Thank you.
see each other again. Alvaro, I know. Alvaro, I saw in
Yeah,
another.
you replace. We
Uh,
replace
I'm always
another immersion.
replacing.
He's a workaholic, immersion aholic, you know.
Yeah, I'm immersionaholic. That's it. I love replacing the other ones. But guys, thank you so much. Have a great holiday and
Thank
good
you.
evening.
You too.
You too. You too.
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
guys. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.